Now, in this lecture, we are going to start a very important result, the proof of very important result, which is called a Hahn-Banach theorems. Now, in the previous lecture, we studied the lemma. The statement of that lemma is, if M is linear subspace of a nonlinear space N and x0 is member of N such that x0 does not belongs to M. Number 2, M0 is M plus generated by x0 is the linear subspace spanned by M and x0. Then F can be extended to F0 defined on M0 such that norm of F0 is equal to norm of F. So that was lemma that we studied in the previous lecture. Now after that we are going to start a very important result which is called a Hahn-Banach theorems. So what is the statement of Hahn-Banach theorems? The statement of Hahn-Banach theorem is, if M is linear subspace of nonlinear space N and F be a functional defined on M, then F can be extended to function F0 which is defined on the whole space N such that F0x is equal to Fx for every x belongs to M and norm of F0 is equal to norm of F. So that is a Hahn-Banach theorem. So first understand before going to start the proof, first understand the statement of the proof. Now statement is, if this is a whole space N, so this is a N which is a normed linear space. So this is a normed linear space, right? So this is a bigger set. So this is a big space, so which is called a normed linear space N. And this is a subspace which is a M, which is a M of M. So M is a subspace of normed linear space N, right? So N is bigger space, so treat it as Punjab, and M is subspace, so treat it as Jalandhar. So Jalandhar is subset of Punjab. Now the Hahn-Banach theorem is, if we have some bounded functional f, so this is some bounded functional f on M, right? So either it is from R or C, clear? So this is a bounded functional on M. This functional can be extended to the whole space which is F0, so related to F0. This is extended to whole space N, which is from N to R or C, clear? So this functional is on Jalandhar, that is extended to Punjab. So this is a Hahn-Banach theorem कि any bounded functional on subspace can be extended to the whole space which is a nonlinear space which is a N. Now what do you mean by extension? Extension mean, and it satisfies two properties. So first, what do you mean by extension? Extension mean f of x and f0 x both are equal for every x belongs to smaller space which is Jalandhar, which is N. And second property is, norm of f should be equal to norm of f0, clear? So this is the statement of Hahn-Banach theorem, So this is very important result expected for examination, and also its application is very important, right? So this is a statement. So we already proved the result for a smaller space for a M0 in the previous lecture, that is called a lemma. Clear? So that we used in this solution. So we are going to start the solution of this theorem. So just understand. Now here we used Jordan's lemma, partially ordered set, and chain. Chain means totally ordered set. So partially ordered set means the relation defined on that set which satisfy three properties: reflexive, antisymmetric, and third property is transitive. Any relation on set which satisfy these property is called a partially ordered set. Clear? Now, we already proved this result for M0. We already proved in the previous lemma M0. If M0 is equal to N, then we have nothing to prove, because we have already proved this result. Nothing to prove. Clear? If M0 is equal to N. And second part, if M0 is not equal to N. So remember this. If M0 is not equal to N, in this case, we repeat the process of extension again and again. Right? Now suppose in this case, this is P. What is P? It is a set of all ordered pairs. All ordered pair, which is, suppose I take, this is phi, F and M, right? So what is F? F is a bounded functional on a space M. So remember, where F is bounded functional on a Sadeko. So it is a set of all ordered pairs. I write this is F lambda, and here I take M lambda. So what is F lambda? So where F lambda is extension of functional extension of functional F, and it is defined on subspace M lambda of space N, right? So this is defined on the, it is extension. What is F and M? So F and M is, F is a functional on space M, right? What is this? It is a set of all ordered pair F lambda, M lambda, where F lambda is extension of functional F. It is extension of this functional F, and this defined on the M lambda. What is M lambda? M lambda is a subspace of N, right? So this set consists all such ordered pair, right? And with some condition and with the same norm, and norm of F lambda which is equal to norm of F. Clear? So this is a set. So this is an extension which is defined on M lambda, and because of extension it has same value on M, and also they have the same norm. So this is a set. So in mathematically it can be written as P, which is equal to set consisting ordered pair F lambda M lambda. So what is F lambda? So F lambda, which is a extension of F, right, defined on M lambda with norm of F and norm of F lambda is equal to, they are equal, right? So this is a P, and this P, now I define some relation. This is not less than equal to, this is a sum relation less than equal to on P with property if F lambda and M lambda, which is less than equal to F mu and M mu, if and only if M lambda is contained in M mu, right? So I define this relation on a P, this relation which is written as less than equal to on P. Now if I define this relation, so we can clearly check that this is a reflexive, antisymmetric and transitive. If this satisfy all the three property, so this relation is a partially ordered set. This relation is a partially ordered, and this is called a, clearly it is a partially ordered set. Clear? Why partially ordered set? Because this relation is satisfy all the three properties. So clearly it is a partially ordered set, number one. Number two, this P is non-empty. Why P is non-empty? Because by using lemma, we already know that F and M, from that we find the F0 and M0, right? Extension we find at, so F0 and M0, which belongs to P by that lemma, then it means P is a non-empty. Clear? So we get two steps. Step number one, it is partially ordered set. Step number two, it is a non-empty. Clear? Step number three, every chain in this set has a upper bound. Yeah, that is step number three that we will prove now. Now we got two things. One is partially ordered set, and second is P is non-empty. Now third step is कि we get a some chain or totally ordered set. We get some let Q, which is a set consisting of, right? So this is a element of a P. So this element consisting F lambda and M lambda, right? So this is a, let be a chain. So this is a chain in P. This is a chain in P. Clear? And if it is a chain in P, this is a chain in P, then Q has upper bound. Why? Then Q has upper bound. Upper bound means upper bound. What is its upper bound? If we denote its upper bound, which is union of M lambda, right? All chain. So we take the union, that is the maximum values. So that is the upper bound. And on this, if it is some functional f, So I write it as f. So this is the upper bound. Clear? So if Q is chain in P, then Q has upper bound of this side. What is this side? Union of all element of all subspace of P. So that is a upper bound. If it is upper bound, so we clearly know that union of M lambda, which is a subspace of a normed linear space N, number one. Number two, F is well-defined functional. F is well-defined function because of totaling ordering on Q. F is well-defined function. Defined function because Q is a chain. क्योंकि जेड़ा Q है, it is a chain. What do you mean by chain? Chain mean totally ordered set. Totally ordered set. Right? So we get this value. Now we use the Jordan's lemma. What is the statement of Jordan's lemma? In the statement of Jordan's lemma, in every partially ordered set, if every chain has a upper bound, then the partially ordered set has a maximal element. Clear? So this satisfies all the condition of Jordan's lemma. If it satisfies all the condition of Jordan's lemma, then by Jordan's lemma, P has maximum element. There exists a maximal element in P. So by Jordan's lemma, there exists a maximal element in P, right? So this exists a maximal element, so that is denoted by F, right? So this is a maximum element. So here I can use it as F dash. So here I can take different. So F dash I can also use as F dash. So you can take it as F. So in the previous, when we take upper bound, so we write it as F dash. Clear? So we write it as F dash because I used F in this and in this values. So there exists a maximal element F on the whole space. So maximum will be on the whole space N, right, in P, in partially ordered set P. Clear? Then which is the proof of our result. So this is a maximum element. So in case of maximum element, if this is any set, then in that case that will be N. So maximal element is equal to this values F comma N. So we must have in maximum element the functional indefined on the whole space. So what we get? We get there exists extension F, right, of F0. So denote it as F0. F0 of F defined on N such that with norm of F is equal to norm of F0. So this is the proof of Hahn-Banach theorem. So this is very, very important result expected for examination. Also its application is very important. So that is our